Dang. Farmers first. Alright. So let's see. I want to check out the emojis I made. Let's see if they work. There we go. How do I give you access to this, farmer? Let's see. Yeah, but let's see. Is there any way to just make someone a member? Not sure. I feel like moderator should be able to use emojis, yeah? Let's see. I don't know. But yeah. Let's see, what other emotes? We have more scouting. Drinking tea. A baboon. And then shiny head blocking someone. Dang, these are kind of small though. YouTube. I don't know. I thought they would like show up bigger on the screen. The scouting one's obvious though. Time to scout. Alright. Alright. Tend to the farms. Should even check the camera. Alright, it's fine. I'll figure it out. There's no way to make the emojis bigger? That's something I'll have to look up on YouTube. Also, I'm having chicken with satay sauce. I'm not sure if you know what them. We need to change them. Can I make it bigger? Let's see. Let me look this up. How to make it bigger? Let's see. Oh, there is a way to do it. Let's see. Oh no, that's for Discord. How do you make it bigger for YouTube? Let's see. Okay. I don't know. Okay, I might have to do this some other time on my own. Let's see. I think you can make it bigger though. Right. That will be on the to-do list. Actually, wait, I might be able to do it right now. Let's see. The emotes. Okay, see my emojis. Dang, how did I even change it on here originally? Memberships. There we go. Let's try it. Scouting. God, this one's even better. All right. All right. I need to work on that later. But just in case. Nah, it's just a small. All right. The more zoomed in are better. Oh, close-up images. All right. Some of them you could tell. I don't know. It's kind of small. Let me see what it looks like on my phone. Oh, it's a little bigger on the phone, but still. But that's the size of the emoji, right? Like, no matter how much I zoom in, it's not gonna get bigger than that square. That's the whole point. Oops. Yeah, satay chicken kebabs, very good. Close up images. All right. Another night of farming. Ooh. Rizgul. Chisgul. Jesus Christ. Oh my god. That's out of control. see. How's the sound? Sounds okay. Need to make better emojis. Canyon Clash? Oh no. The first Canyon Clash was like a flop. It's kind of lame. Oh, 15% training? And the training buff? I guess. I'm not lie, I'm usually when the training quest comes up, I don't even bother going to get a room. I just train it. Because I'm not really gonna push my power super high. So I actually usually always have more than enough training speeds, you know? But I guess for efficiency's sake, I'll go grab it since the training room's up too. Yeah, actually maybe I could push my crystals a little bit more. Try to do all training or something. Look, it's not a whale thing. It's just like I'm just hovering between 80 and 90 million power. You know what I mean? Like, how much do I? Let's see. Oh no. Here, I'll show you. Because I mean, hopefully I'll be crazy if I need to train more. But if I don't need to train more, here's just my training speeds, right? Like, this is enough just to sustain me for the rest of the KVK, just for the training quests. And I have like about 1600 days of speeds right now. But you know what? I don't want to be one of these privileged people, right? Gotta go set up for this room just in case. It's my Dragon Lancer. It's around for 7 more hours. Okay, I'm good. Alright, I'm gonna go back to farming. You're poor. Listen, you're just training to get a white PC. How close are you, by the way? When do you think? Okay, well, I guess that's not a good question. When do you think you'll be able to purchase your white PC? That'll be exciting. Saving your speeds. You probably have more speeds than me, actually. Tesseract, thanks, man. Only got 800 mil. I mean, you make it sound like that's really bad. What was your goal? What was your goal heading into KVK? Was there not enough fighting where you ran out of speeds or resources? Like, okay, so about half. I'm gonna guess there wasn't enough fighting, because if that was your goal, usually people don't hit their goal because of just lack of fights, you know? Can't control that. Okay, so June. All right, we're like a month and a half out, maybe a month and a half to 2 months until Farmer gets a white PC. That's crazy though. You just free to play this KVK Farmer, then you'll probably get there faster, right? Oh, didn't have enough time to fight. Yeah. That sucks too. 1 day Kingsland. I think our Kingsland will be longer than a day. Oh my god, if it's 1 day for our Kingsland, I feel like I'm cursed. I don't think we could get these guys out in 1 day. Well, first of all, our uptime and downtime is almost opposite. And I don't think they could get us out in 1 day, so should be at least 3 solid days. Let's hope so. Yeah, you only got the $5 crystal supply and the $15 crystal quest. Hey, you know what? Just keep the spending there for this KVK. Get the YPC. Maybe we'll double your channel, Farmer, to 5,000 subscribers in the next 2 months. Then you could open up the bank account for 24.29 when we fight them the next KVK. Oh man, this is I'm too broke for this. I can't do that. Like instinctively started clicking it. Oh, this is some cool emojis. You have wood? Why? Is wood like the least valuable thing for you? I use 222, so theoretically I should be using all 3 resources equally, and the gold, you know, so I don't actually have one that I favor more than the other. 5,000 subs in June though, Farmer. Business venture investment for her YouTube channel. Wood and food is easiest to gather. That's true. But are they requiring the same amount for this? Let's see. No, they want a little less stone though, right? So yeah, I actually probably have too much stone because I have about equal amounts in my main. I should probably prioritize gold, wood, and what is this freaking called? Corn for what? What is it? Wait. Food. Oh my god, I just went blank. Corn. Welcome to everyone tending to the farms or barbing, you know. Who else is in here watching? Hang out and say something in chat. Or else I'm gonna have to either talk to myself or join the 68 voice chat, and then you never know who's gonna come on. We don't want that, right? League bets. We're one of the top dogs. I don't know about that. But I will say this, for league bets, here's the way to go. Find the ones where there's a huge disparity and just bet on the underdog. Besides the ones like the kingdoms that you know about, right? Like the top ones, like 24.89. Obviously, they're going to be a huge favorite. Ignore those. But if you see any other ones where it's not like a very well-known name and they're a big favorite, bet on the underdog. Because you just hit one of those, and I've been following this for a few seasons now. Underdogs always hit, and like the rate that you get, right, for betting on an underdog versus the percentage of it hitting. If you bet on the underdog every season since I've been following it, you would actually be up pretty big. So that's my strategy this league bets. What's up, OT Algebra? Hey, why don't you try out one of these emotes, huh? What about the scouting one? Or this scouting one? Tanner, Do I know if Belisarius Prime's Rage debuff was stacked with something like Silent Trial? Yeah, I think it stacks. So active skills don't stack with other active skills, right? So there's like a Rage reduction debuff, and then there's another one. Let's just say it's reducing 100 Rage. I don't think it will. I think the stronger one's gonna be the one that's actually active. But when you have something like a Silent Trial where you have like a passive skill, they actually all stack, which is what makes Belisarius' expertise so good, because it's not an active skill, it's a passive skill. Love the stream, thanks, Han. Tell Algebra if I think the next Infant Commander will be Smite or not. I think the next Infant Commander will be Smite, but also look at the Cav simps getting wrecked this cycle. Like, they're not happy. I think Belisarius is actually like decent, right? But if you talk to the Cav lovers, right? You see like War Daddy Chatsky in Discord, what he thinks about this Garrison Commander. Who's to say that, you know, the next Inf cycle comes out and then the Inf players get wrecked too, right? You just never know. I thought for sure it was gonna be like a slam dunk. People are gonna be happy with these Cav commanders before they were released, and people are not happy right now. So who knows? But I do think it's gonna be Smite. Algebra, you're gonna quit and the next Inf commander is Smite? I would walk that back, man. Walk that back. If I was a betting man, I would be 70% confident that the next Inf commander will be Smite. There you go. There you go, Algebra. Scouting. Let's see, what else do we have here? Sipping some tea. Here we go. Gotta keep the throat moist, you know? You know what I mean? Your Imp wedge armaments are too good? I mean, you could run 2 Imps, you know? Run that on Guan Skip. Come get smacked in Canyon Clash, peasant. Wait, are we playing, you guys? Okay. Are we playing 1960 in Canyon Clash? That'll be interesting. Hey, what's up, on my way? Alright, let's take a look at this. Canyon Clash. We're not even registered. This is like... shit's not gonna even be announced for a week. Oh, you want to rally. What's the best Inf rally right now? Are people even doing Inf rallies? Are you sure you want to... oh, I guess the next infantry commander should be rally. Dude, Algebra, walk that back. Start working on your arch set now. It's gonna be Smite, man. %70 confident it's gonna be Smite. Tariq Pakal. Oh yeah, Tariq, I forgot about. That's the best Inf rally? Dude. Yeah, I completely forgot about... wait, Tariq or Tarek? How do you pronounce that? I'll call it Tarek. Not donating at past glory. Listen, our kingdom has been holding off on this just so the mains can get more donation in. And then once this donation started, I realized I'm broke as hell. These are like my farms. I'm still trying to get to level 25, you know? And once you get to about like City Hall 19, you're not limited by speed. You're actually limited by resources for a while. And then at the end, you're limited by speeds again. So right now, I'm very limited by resources on my smaller farms. So sorry, KD. My 6 mil wood wasn't going to make that much of a difference anyways. Tariq Usher, that'll be fun with artifacts. Let's see. Oh, send me a PM. I'll check it when I say I get there. Gosu, you're hyped for the next Imp Rally Commander? I mean, at this point, I don't think anyone should feel too hyped, right? Because you could be like the cat players, and you could be emotionally hurt by it. It's scary. It's scary. You just don't know. Maybe they're gonna go a whole cycle where the new commanders are like okay, but maybe skippable, and then they force you to start really looking into museums, and everyone's starting to backwards invest into like commanders and then getting museums. And that's actually the like, I don't know. It's crazy. Who knows what they're gonna do? The rock bottom with Sargon? Oh. Who came out with Sargon? Was it Tariq? Yeah, Tariq and Sargon. So you got Sargon and Tariq. And then you have Belisarius and what's her name? Eleanor? Or whatever, the Have Garrison. Honestly, I feel like people are more pissed about the Cavs than that Sargon cycle. So, I don't know. It's crazy. What if like the Imp rally is somehow designed where they are only good in a pass? Like it's a really good rally for a pass, but terrible for everything else. And they're kind of doing that for the Cav Garrisons, right? You just don't know. And I like him. Imp is probably my favorite troop type, so I don't want them to flop, but it's scary. Rock bottom was Shook. Dude, I was looking at Shook the other day. I'm like, dude, how did this guy like sneak by and then got a bunch of people to invest him? You know, like his skill damage increase thing while he's on the field is like interesting. But it's kind of like Sargon, right? You just need to be on the field. You need to stay in combat for a long time for it to ramp up. Like it's, I don't know how he snuck by. That's kind of crazy. I should have farmed more. Tosh, I like a Asian tiger mom here. You know, nothing I do is just good enough. What's wrong with my A minus? Pakal Martel rallies? Yeah, that'll be funny. Listen, I don't have a call, so I can't do it. But hopefully we're not losing KVK. What's more fun though? Just like straight up doing like a Tela Takeda rally or something, or a Pakal Martel? Which one would actually get far more subs? I don't ever plan on being rally or garrison, so I honestly just know the basics and haven't paid any more attention. As long as Shizgul's the Nth main, Nth mains will be fine. I think you're giving Shizgul way too much credit. Way too much credit. You think him being an imp main will have any input on what Lilith does? 68 did that to you? Perfect. Did you guys swarm it? We're testing your manhood, you know? Sometimes you can know what they want to do and then just do it anyways, and then trade well just to like one-up them. Oh yeah, Attila Takeda is too fast. That's a good point. You are considering maxing Gorgo and skipping Belly? Bandar? If you have Alex, I don't think you should skip. I don't think you should max Gorgo. I feel like it depends. I don't know your spend. There's a lot of like, but skipping Belly to max Gorgo, off the top of my head, there could be a lot of scenarios where I think that's probably not the right play. I don't know if it is for you. I have no further info, but if you want to share it in chat, we could discuss. 68. Maybe we'll go back to doing that this KVK. Pakal Martel rallies. Before your R-Force, they don't swarm. LC Alex, this is a sick cheeseburger march. You know what would be really interesting, actually? Belisarius, William, and then you have to go all the way to the top of the cap tree, right? So first 10 seconds of combat, you do 15% more damage. And then Belly has a small instant proc, and then William has a 1,000 to 1,500 instant proc. You could cheeseburger with that march. You could actually cheeseburger... and you can also do almost like, I don't know how you call this. You could do like a field cheeseburgering. You jump in, you hit them, and you pull out. You jump in and you know, like pull back, and they're not going to catch you, right? You exit combat at 60%. You could literally field cheeseburger with Belly William. And if you have Belly as a primary, you have the mobility tree. So who's going to catch you? You like take that march right up to their murder ball, and then just like poke in, poke out, poke in, poke out. Like you would actually do really well. That's probably, you know what, I'm going to call this right now. I'm going to clip this and make a short out of this. I think that will actually be something that should start showing up once Belly is in the game. You send the Belly as a primary with William to wherever you want, because no one's going to be able to catch you. And then you can just start annoying them. Like you move right up to the edge of their ball, poke in, hit someone, move back, go in, go back, and then when they try to get you, you just book it and go back. It'll be so annoying and so fun. We're gonna name it. We're gonna name it. Okay. So if cheeseburgering is going in and out of a city, right, or like a flag or something, what should we call the new type of cheeseburgering? Where you're literally just poking in and poking out with Belisarius. We're gonna name it. Whatever you guys decide, we're gonna claim it as a name, and then we could be responsible for starting a new name for a new technique. Let's see. Let's start a poll, actually. Answer... Oh wait, no, I can't start a poll. Bus driving? No, I don't. My name, it can be bus driving, touching tips. Okay. Tip touching. Hey, that's pretty good. I'm telling you, like, what can you do about that, right? You stack all the way up to the top of the cap tree. 15% extra damage every time you enter combat. So your normal attack is going to do more damage. You can instant proc with Belly. You can instant proc with William. They're not going to catch you no matter like how many people are around you, like in the open field. You could literally do tip touching anywhere you want. or bus driving, you know, whatever you want to call it. Tip touching or bus driving. Oh yeah, you do that with Belly and Alex with a cab artifact? That would be disgusting. Or you run... Yeah, Belly and Alex. Because you need Belly. Oh, that'd be sick. Because that's an even better instant proc than Williams. Tip touching. Alright, I got it. We're gonna do a tip touching mark. Oh shit, I don't have enough resources. See? Aren't you guys more hyped about Belisarius now? That shit would be so fun to use. Yeah, Kumquat, no, I didn't see your first message. Thanks for the comment, man. Tip touching. The Takeda relic is actually decent. What did you get from that? I forgot what it does. What does it do, Lizard Jesus? Relic Takeda will only have... Yeah. Yeah, but Lizard Jesus, here's what you're missing. Relic Takeda doesn't have a 2300 damage factor. It doesn't boost the secondary commander skill damage by 60%. Yeah, kind of like two very, very important things that you gotta be able to compete with, you know? Nevsky is like tanky, but that's not what he's like known for. He's not just supposed to be a tank. Tip touching. Well, it's good for you. I mean, as long as you're happy, man. I'm excited to use Belisarius now. That is gonna be so fun. Like, the only way to counter that, I'm thinking about it now. The only way to counter that is if you have also you have Belisarius William, or if you have to have Belisarius as the primary, right, for the mobility tree. Yeah, that's the only, like, you literally have to counter it with something that has Belisarius as a primary, or else how do you stop from someone from doing that? Lizard Jesus, we're talking about this new type of cheeseburgering. On my way, named it tip touching, right? So you run Belisarius as a primary, because whenever you exit combat, you get that 60% march speed. And then you're just the fastest march, right? So you pair that with William, you get 15%. Belisarius primary with a mobility tree, you'll be really fast. They both have an instant proc. You could literally march up to any murder ball, like on the opponent's side, and just like poke in, like maybe proc the instant proc, go back, poke in, go back. And people can't do anything about it because they can't catch you. Siege Tower, there you go. Another reason why you should have Siege, to prevent tip touching. Okay, so we already thought of a new way to do cheeseburgering, and then we're projecting another step ahead on how to counter that, right? So you need either very fast march, or you Siege Tower. That's actually really good. Does a Gorgo Attila Garrison that Chisco will love skill cycle fast enough for Gorgo to get the normal damage bonus from Attila's active skill? I have no idea, dude. I don't know anything besides the basics about Garrison and Rally, just because I never plan on doing it. So, I don't know. It somehow wasn't that relevant to me, and I just skipped it. Like hell. That's a really good counter you have. You need siege towers. So you're gonna have this shit with Belly, and then you need siege towers to counter it. There you go. 7th March, invest in siege. And get ready for a new level of fun with Belisarius. So Chisco is excited. That's cool. I have no idea if he's excited. I'm on. Dude, seriously. Well, that's sick. What if Siege gets more popular because of Belisarius? I see it as a real possibility. You have a whole field of bellies doing that? That would be so annoying. That would be so annoying. Imagine they run like 30 Belisariuses and they all just do that, poke back and forth and wear you out. And then the main swarm comes in, like after you're weakened by the Belisarius. You know, that literally like a different type of strategy with Rise of Kingdoms that, you know, there's actually a little bit of strategery now when you're fighting. Tip touch with Belisarius William or Belisarius Alex if you have the relics until you weaken them a little bit. Then you bring the main murder ball in, and then you put the siege behind it. Siege is the next big thing. More and more people on Siege. Who's the pioneer? Who's pioneering it? Mr. Siege. Nuke Half Garrison looks so good. Lizard Jesus, I'm not sure what you're looking at, dude. I think initially he looks very underwhelming, and then upon more reflection, he's probably better than what she initially looks like. And I think she's still like, at best, a marginal upgrade over Jan Ziska, if even that. But I do think she's actually better than people's initial reaction. Because when I first saw her, I'm like, this is terrible. It's terrible. Right? And then you start saying, oh, okay, maybe this thing could proc the active skill again. And like she has like this. I forgot what it was. But the stats are very underwhelming for sure. It's actually really good, not even lying. Oh, you're just kidding, Lizard Jesus? Who looks kind of scrumptious? What's up, Bay? How's it going? Hey, we discovered a new way to cheeseburger with Belly before he's even released. You run Belly as a primary with William secondary. They both have instant procs. You Belly primary, you have the mobility tree. You take it to the top of the couch tree. You get 15% extra damage when you first enter combat for the first 10 seconds. You poke back and forth in the open field, and people can't catch you. Like, it's so annoying, and you can't counter that, right? And then we're thinking of counters, and the best way you could counter that, and Mikhail came up with it, was that you have to have siege towers. So I don't know. I think we're onto something, and we called it on my way, named it tip touching. My farm coordinates here. Here's my farm coordinates. You see it? R3D, what's up, man? Oh wait, I just moved this by accident. Are you still looking at my chords? Can I do stuff? Bertrand Belly, double rage reduction. I don't know shit about Bertrand. Is Bertrand's rage reduction on his active skill? I don't think rage reduction is valuable enough for you to be willing to bring Bertrand onto the field. You know, like it's not it's not that game breaking. Like I don't think you will bring Bertrand onto the field to get a double rage reduction, even if it does stack. Why can't I find Bertrand? This freaking guy. All right. Okay. So it does stack because it's not on his active skill. Wait, is it? Wait, does Bertrand do a rage reduction? Am I just missing this? Oh, here we go. Ah, it's damage dealt. You said Bertrand, right? Where's the rage reduction in Bertrand? What am I missing? What's up, Zeus? We're talking about tip touching. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think Bertrand is worth it. Thank you for subscribing. Not sure how to pronounce the name. Appreciate it, man. Korean name. You sent me the PM? Tip touching. Oh, no, you don't know what it is. So, Zeus, tip touching, we discovered this on stream, is cheeseburgering with Belisari as primary. William secondary. So you get 2 instant procs. You run in the mobility tree, and you can literally go anywhere you want on the open field, poke in, maybe proc the instant procs, go out, and like do that on the open field. And on my way, called it tip touching, so I think that's what we're gonna go with. Let's see. Hey, look at this siege gear. Holy shit. What is this? Is this Mr. Siege? Damn. Everything's procced already. Hey, whose gear is this? Oh, Phil? Yeah, like that's literally... Hey, that's literally the ultimate, like, tip-touching march. Belly primary with anything in a KVK relic. Right? Like, Alex is probably the... Does he have the best instant proc? probably has the best. I don't think you actually want Herald, right? Because, oh wait, no, Herald. Okay, he does a circular AoE when he's surrounded, but he triggers that axe. Actually, yeah, Herald would be even better. Holy shit. Belly Herald would be sick. That would be disgusting for tip touching. Oh my god. Let me see. So let's this up here. Herald. Stand for bridge. So you get a 20% chance to trigger Berserker again. So 20% to do a 1200 damage factor. Okay, so 20% do 1200. After using the skill, their troops gain a 10% damage to bonus stealth for 2 seconds. Dude, that'd be pretty disgusting too. Actually, also, I mean, why wouldn't a low spender or free to play who just has one march go for that first? Like, you're guaranteed to trade well, and like trading that way, you're actually wearing down the enemy. You know, you can do it anywhere you want. I don't know. Might be onto something, chat. Tip touching. The new method. What are my thoughts on Eleanor? I thought she was hot garbage when I first read the skills. Then I looked it over a second time, and then think she's probably going to be better than what I initially thought. But do I think she's good? No. Oh yeah, you got a crit, lizard Jesus? Was that your first crit? Doesn't Mr. Siege have KVK weapon or siege or something? I have no idea. I think I saw him dismantle a legendary to craft that accessory though, so he's on your OL team. He's literally the best provisionist in the game for OL. Dude is a siege main all around. Phil. See, there are already siege players around. Who knows? First crit ever? Congrats, man. I mean, there could be... That's actually a solid thing to crit. Because if you crit that, right, it's way easier to get Ash of the Dawn than a lot of other blueprints. I mean, you get it from like Lucerne and stuff. So, iconic, crystal, and then that should be your first awaken 5. Free to play siege is far and away the best way to go. I mean, yeah, like it allows you to trade so well, and it's actually pretty disgusting what you could do with siege if you go that route without even spending that much money, right? Yeah, either you go siege or you go with tip touching. Your tip touch specialist. Siege doesn't have legendary weapon yet. It comes next update. Yeah. No, she's definitely no. Gorgo is like clearly just better than Eleanor, which is, you know what? I don't even feel bad for cat players because they've had it good for so long, and at this point, you shouldn't be a cat player anyways, right? You should be a well-balanced player. So if one troop type doesn't get a big buff, it doesn't necessarily hurt you because you are balanced in the game. Siege farms incoming. Mr. Pebble, I don't actually think siege farms will take off, just because like then you have to spend all this time doing all these things on your farm to be able to get a decent siege march, right? And then like what are you gonna do? Open multiple devices so you have your farm on like an iPad and then the game on the computer, tries to manage in 2 accounts. I actually think the way to go is to incorporate Siege as your 7th March. And like, who knows, at some point, like I feel like it's on par with the other, like I feel like Margaret Cordoba's value on the field is already on par with the best of each troop type. You know, it's just, but I haven't used it, so it's hard for me to get a gauge on it. But if you're comparing the Siege Margaret Cordoba to the 2nd best of each troop type, I think they're like pretty obviously better, and obviously it's like a no-brainer between that and the 3rd troop type. So I think it's actually investing it on the main and then someone running it with other field marches and making it work, right? So I think Seawill will be the first one to do it, because he probably has the resources, he's far ahead. And if Seawill's running it, he's making it work, what do you think other people are going to do, right? They're going to start jumping onto the bandwagon and start doing it. So if I had to guess what's going to happen, I think that's a likely thing to happen in the next 6 months. And when I say likely, probably like 40% at best, you know. not like my confidence with tip touching. I think tip touching will be a thing. Like I don't see how that won't be a thing once people discover it and that it's effective and it's fun to use and it's annoying. Like of course they will do it. This is his trades, dude. This is Phil. This is what a full crit engineering set does for you. Margaret Cordoba. Like, look at this. You're telling me there's no place for this in your 7 marches? Or even like your top 5? You know? And Margaret actually does a defense debuff that's really, really good. Like, it actually adds to your ball. Ew, that's his trades, and he's not even using a 25 or a 50. I mean, tell him to run the 50. Your damage to output is literally like so greatly increased. Like you're actually cutting back on your own damage output. Yeah, Smite's so good. And I think and hope it stays with infantry. So we'll see. Yeah, exactly. Going into siege gears and armament, such a big commitment. And you know, like when there's no one else proving it, right? Like yes, there's people proving that siege is good, right? But no one's proving that you can run field marches in siege. It's kind of scary to do it. So if you want to be like a trailblazer, you're the first one that does it. And people will be like, oh, this person pioneered it, right? So right now, it seems like Seawill put it out there that he's going to try running it. You know, it doesn't matter if I said that shit a month ago. If he's the first one to run it, he's going to be the one that popularizes it. And if Seawill's running it, he can make it work. Watch the floodgates open. It won't even be like one of these like, oh, it's such a big commitment. It would just be like, that's the way to go, you know, start pivoting. And if, I mean, I'm telling you, if this Belisarius thing turns into something where you have all these Belisariuses on the field, essentially cheeseburgering in the open field, and siege is the way to counter it, you know, that literally this game could change a lot in 6 months. What's up, Tech? How's it going? But the issue is he's inspiring siege mains to the point where we had people running siege marches in our ruins. I don't think you can have too many siege only players for you. Oh, definitely not. Like, I think siege should be integrated into like your 7 marches or 6 marches, not just being siege main. If everyone's a siege main, no one's gonna be tanking in front. You know what I mean? Also, oh, for the new people, let's check out some of these emojis. So we have a scouting emoji. Some of these I need to do better. I didn't realize how small they were gonna be, but this is Krillin using the bald head to blind Goku. This is short bus, very short bus. This is baboons. It's kind of an inside joke of 68. A upgraded version of scouting. And then of course, drinking some tea. There you go, Tech. Bay is trying to micro-control the siege march as 1 of 5 or 7 marches difficult. I don't think so, because I was messing around with it. Obviously, I don't actually have experience fighting with it. But you could hotkey your field marches to like a button, and then your siege to another button, right? So you can control them separately. And then obviously you could do a third one when you're selecting all. But whenever you choose to attack someone, the siege just starts setting up, right? Your field marches are still marching around. And then if your siege is in War Frenzy, it will auto attack anyone in that zone. So, and then whenever you're doing that, right? Like for actual fights where it matters, the field march is going to be in front of the ball pushing, and the siege is always going to be in the back, right? And then if it gets out of range and you're trying to push further up, the siege will just automatically dismantle and walk forward. Like you actually don't even need a microwave that much if you want. You have 10,000 siege armaments. You would get 50s for 1 with siege armaments alone. Yeah, man, should be recycling it. Let's see. Huo or Belly to pair with William as 5 March. Only care about KP. Best of the best. So I was before the stream. If you ask me, I'm like clearly Huo William to pair with William. Like clearly William to Huo to pair with William. But now, if you can actually poke it out and Cheeseburger in the open field with Belly, I don't know. I don't know. You know, that actually makes it way better. I was giving Roshi vibes. Come on, man. Siege mains are like cheeseburgers, gimmicky but fun. I mean, you call it gimmicky, right? But like, who's to hate on strategically being in a position and then hit someone when they can't hit you? You know, there's no rule saying you have to just duke it out in the open field and just get wrecked. The siege seems boring compared to other marches. I mean, yeah, if you don't enjoy playing it, then you definitely shouldn't. You hope leadership mains become a thing? You have 2 expertise leadership commanders and 2 equipment sets dedicated to leadership? Dude. I don't know. You never say never, Lizard Jesus. I don't see it, man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna play in a strategic choke point. I'm actually, yeah, like that. I mean, that's really cool too, right? Because that's just free freaking KP. But I'm actually talking about bringing your siege along with your field marches, and then going in when there's a ball, and then having it actually contribute to the ball. Yeah. Oh, you watch me show an example and do a live versus barbarian. I mean, it's like once you like you're open to the possibility of doing it and you're controlling it, you're like, it's still another march, right? Just because it takes time to set up. Like when is it dismantling like being a really big problem, right? When you're essentially doing something where you're like by yourself, right? But if you're in a ball, like you're just pushing in, and usually like what they tell you to do is just run into sad face, right? You're not running away with your march. So once the siege is set up, for the most part, you're only taking counterattack damage. If they actually end up getting to you and they swarm you down, like you already did, you're gonna trade super positive. Like it's in a ball situation, it's almost guaranteed to trade positive every time. Because like unless your ball just gets wiped right away, right? Unless your ball gets wiped right away, you're going to get at least 1 or 2 skill cycles in where your only thing you're taking is counterattack damage, right? And you get to deal normal damage and active skills for free, essentially. It's disgusting. All right, let's change up the playlist. I need to make more playlists. I only have 2. Let's run a poll, see what people do. Alright. See if I convince some people with my latest video. What am I doing? Is this on? Knight, what do you mean is this on? You skip the calf cycle to finish Honda and start saving for next infantry or archers. Lizard Jesus. Maybe there's one day when Honda is somehow back in the meta and maybe viable as a primary. If that's true, but I don't know, man. Tech, you have 3 cav marches. I mean, yeah, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Like, oh, it's joke night. Rumor has it that Belly's getting reworked. I don't know, not according to Socks in the content creator channel. Shappy asked a question, and straight up from the someone from the game said, "Hey, no, that's not happening." So unless that screenshot was fake or the person from the game is lying, I think Belly, what we see with Belly is what we're gonna get. Oh yeah, you guys haven't yet, please like and subscribe to the channel. It'll really help out. If Siege could attack over a pass, it would be meta. What if you could just drive the Siege by somebody's city and just attack their troops inside? Like, you would just choose to shoot out the infantry or something, then it would be meta. Siege over a pass would be crazy. I think it's already a little OP, to be honest. People just haven't gotten onto it yet. That's kind of crazy that I end up talking about Siege in every one of my streams, like I'm some Siege lover. Better not be, Cavs are already blessed. Yeah, man, I don't think so. I think it's time for the Cavs to cry a little bit, maybe for a whole year, you know? Infantry mains had to deal with that with Sargon, right? His active skill does look like it was supposed to be AoE. See, that's the problem though. Let's just say it's a 3-target AoE, right? And let's just say it's a 1200 damage factor. If you're hitting 3 targets and applying that debuff to them, on top of the debuff you have for expertise, this commander goes from whatever people feel about him to like clearly the best commander of the game. You You give him a 3-target AoE with that debuff. With his expertise, that's the best commander in the game. Even if you give it like a 2,000 damage factor. It was disgusting, right? Like that debuff hitting 3 targets. Man, yeah. Please don't make it AOE. That'd be crazy. That'd be disgusting. And like Cavs definitely don't need that. Like, and I have two marches. I'm invested in Belly. Yar, spread the word. We discovered tip touching. Okay, tip touching is running Belisarius as a primary with Williams secondary, mobility tree, and you're literally cheeseburgering people in the open field so they can't catch you. And both commanders have a instant proc, right? So you heard it here first. We're gonna pioneer tip touching. How fun would that be? How fun would that be if we had like 30 players, the whole baboon squad, is tip touching with belly primary? You would just wear people out because they can't catch you. That shit would be amazing. John, thanks for subscribing, man. Really appreciate it. Best of the best too. Thank you for subscribing. Appreciate it. All right, I missed that. Dude, you know that sounds awesome, Yar. Tip touching, dude. You know that sounds fun. That's what On My Way nickname, man. You could call it cheeseburgering with belly, but it's really called tip touching. Just the tip, exactly. I mean, the name kind of actually fits the tactic too, you know what I mean? Like, cheeseburger, why? Because it's supposed to be cheesy? Tip touching actually even makes more sense. Look out for that video tomorrow. Latest Tuesday. Tip touching. Cheeseburger comes from cheese ghoul? Really? Maybe. I have no idea where it came from. I mean, that actually makes a lot of sense. It'd be hilarious, actually. So you watch my video, you weren't going to invest in Belly Prime. You run 7 marches and you have 1.5k gold heads. Watching my video really has you thinking about it all of a sudden. When did you join, Fabrice? Did you, have you heard about our theory about how you can actually cheeseburger with belly? I'm super excited to try it out. I don't know if you could tell how hyped I am about it. I think it will be the most annoying thing ever. And actually legitimately weakening the opponent. Like, it sounds amazing. Oh, you just joined? Okay, so right now we're calling it tip touching, but the idea is you run belly primary with William secondary, and you have the mobility tree. You take the top of the cab wheel. For the first 10 seconds of combat, you deal 15% more damage, and that will be the fastest march on the field, and you get a 60% boost when you exit combat. So on the field then, you can literally march wherever you want, including up to an enemy's murder ball. Poke in and out, poke in and out. You could proc either Belly's instant proc or Williams, and probably trade really positive and annoy the shit out of people. That is called tip touching. You keep up with the videos? Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. If that doesn't get you excited for Belisarius, I don't know what will. I'm tempting you? Dude, doesn't that sound fun? Now here's a cool thing, right? What do you had a kingdom full of people running that march? Literally now your first like murder ball could just be a bunch of that march, weakening the opponent's murder ball first. And then when you're ready, you move in with like the second wave, you know, the rest of your field marches. And then like that's a new meta. You weaken them with the Belisarius William first, and then you move in with your main murder ball. Also, you have 1,500 gold heads. What do you need that many for? Yeah. God, I wish I could try that march out right now. It sounds so fun. It's shiny. I mean, he's running 7 marches. I don't know if he needs I don't know if he's hoarding. Like, I don't know how you can run 7 marches and hoard at the same time, you know? Shiny, huh? Speaking of shiny. Here we go. Check out these emojis. That one I might change. I probably need to get a bigger one, so it's easier to see what's going on. But that's Krillin using his bald head to temporarily blind Goku. Whoa, 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 Fabrice. We're a terms of service channel. We don't know what you're talking about here. See, that's a crazy thing to me though, you know? What's the point of spending in this game if you're not going to play a lot and really enjoy it, right? Like, I don't know. Especially when there's like fighting, like you're not the one doing it, like you don't have time. Like that's the most fun part. You're gonna have someone else probably, at least have them do everything else, but like during the fighting part, like fight for a lot of it or all of it. Damn. You update him on the game and you drive his car for him? What the hell does this guy do? What does he do? Oh. Okay, I was gonna say. I don't know. Oh, yeah, you drive his car. I mean... Yeah, I mean, that's actually a fun analogy, right? It's like buying like a top-end sports car and then having someone else drive it around. And you're not even driving it yourself for fun. Like, you literally... I feel like, don't you spend money in this game to have fun, enjoy the advantages you have of doing it? Oh, he does play all the time? Okay. I don't know, the way he made it sound like he just funded the account, but just wanted you to play and then report to him what you've been doing on his account. Still not done with stage 1? Yeah, we Kingdom announcement was to only do it on your main, so I guess you could get more of the resources and speeds. And there was a mail a couple of hours ago saying we're like however many hours out, like start donating on every account now. But these farms that I have are broke as hell, as you can see, because I think from like City Hall like 19 to like 23 or something, it's very resource intensive. So right now I'm going through that phase where I'm low on resources, so that's why I'm not donating. Some people literally buy literal billions to buy a sports club and watch other people run for them. Here's the difference, okay? Let's just say I owned the... I don't know. Let's just say I own the Lakers, okay? I'm the owner of the Lakers. Like, I get to go to the games. I own this team. Like, it's... that, like... The fun is in owning it, not, like, running the day-to-day operations and dealing with endless bullshit. Whereas like this game, for me, the fun is actually playing with the stuff that you accumulated and finding someone else and then seeing if you do well on an individual basis, and then like you as a alliance, a kingdom can work together to beat someone else. Like the execution of it is actually fun with the game. You know, like owning the equipment is not that fun for me. Like I've been accumulating accumulating armaments and equipment for the last 4 months with no fighting. Like, okay, like it's the build-up as to when we actually get fighting, I can see how that equipment and that armament does, and when I'm using it. So that's the difference. Sports clubs make money. There you go, Algebra. You know what? I should have just saw your response first before I responded. That's way better. We need a on point emoji. Let's see. Here we go. This one's for you, Algebra. 2268 Dead Kingdom. If you're a sufficiently large whale in an average kingdom, you're owning it as well. Pretty much, man. What is... Ooh, this is a good one. What is better, a 5551 Scipio and LC? So LC is not maxed, okay? Or a max LC and a 5511 Charles Martel with a triple relic. Okay, so it's tempting because LC gets so much of his value from his expertise, like the best expertise in the game. Okay, so that March without the LC expertise, I would say probably loses like legitimately like probably like close to 20% of its value. Okay, now so you have a max LC 5511 Charles, and then with a triple relic, 50% of attack, another 10% health. I think it would be really close, but given what you're asking, I don't think you should go triple relic with Charles. I just don't think it's worth it. You know, you could spend that relic in a better place. So I would tell you to get Scipio LC to 5551 first, and then from there, your priority before you do anything else is to expertise LC. Who's better at algebra? Algebra or socks? I don't know. Febreze also thinks 5551. Yeah, but that's because you were telling me in a vacuum which one would perform better on the field. I think it would be really close. But from like an investment standpoint, I don't think that debate's that close. I don't think you should waste 3 relics on Charles. It's not worth it. He's been on my bench for like 1.5 KVKs now. Charles. Sox is a high school math teacher, I think. I think that's what he said. LC Alex slaps Sofrito. Yeah, definitely, man. It is so fun. That march is so fun. Maybe I just like cheeseburger in marches. Who knows? Now you're getting LC? Yeah. If I'm entering KVK, what relics should I get? Which KVK? Like the stratagems one? Dude, Gosu. You say no offense, but that's actually kind of offensive, man. And I'll tell you what, I'll put it this way, okay? If you think about all the jobs that are out there, all the freaking jobs, I would say teaching kids, young adults, teenagers, like literally the next generation of your species is like one of probably the most important jobs out there. And it's actually disgusting to me that it's actually one of the lower paying occupations, like mainstream occupations out there, when like its function is one of the most important, right? Like I don't want to start like shitting on other professions, but there's a lot of professions out there that a lot of people almost like aspire to be in that are either like value leeching professions or middleman professions, right? Like you're literally a middleman and you take a cut of the commission or whatever. And like they're not adding value in the same way that a teacher is. So I don't know, man. Kind of fires me up a little bit. 1093 in the house. Let's go, man. Teaching is like what is more important than name a job that's more important than like being a teacher, right? Like education. Now, do I think our education system is broken? Yeah, but like teachers, I mean, I wish they get to operate in a better system. Yeah, Febreze, crazy. 93 are ally next KVK. Maybe a physician. I would argue, okay, so you have a physician, right? That's when you get sick. If you actually look at our modern healthcare system, a lot of it is actually going into treating symptoms now, right? And then you're prescribing like pills and stuff. Whereas like a lot of the value of keeping people healthy comes from actually like preemptive or preventative stuff, like being active, like working out, eating healthy, like doing stuff like that. So your chances of getting sick and needing the physician's a lot lower, right? So it should be like, it's important. It's the last line of defense, right? It should be someone, when someone gets sick, but literally educating kids is like the first line of the future of our generation. Like they're both important, but I take teacher over physician. I think it should be 4 days a week. Honestly, I think we should start focusing more on like production and output than time put in, right? So for example, let's just say I was a coach. Well, I do in real life, but let's just say I was a coach, right? And well, I'll use a different example. Let's just say I was a therapist, right? And someone comes to see me for anxiety, okay? And they see me, I do my thing, and then they're good within 5 minutes, okay? What would I get paid for one session, for 5 minutes of one session? Whereas if I suck and I take 10 years to do it, and I somehow convince them to keep seeing me, right? I can actually get paid a lot more, because like we value time spent over productivity, right? If someone takes 30 minutes to do it and someone else takes 5 hours, right? Like you actually, the person that takes 30 minutes to do it, where's the incentive for them to excel? Because they don't get paid for it, and they're getting paid by the hour. So yeah, anyways, a long rant. 4 days a week. I don't think people should have to work 5 days a week or however many. It should be like, you should be able to be responsible and produce X amount of quality work, right? And then if it takes you 5 days to do that, you know, it takes 5 days. If you could do it in a day, you get paid for the quality work you produce. Yeah, teachers actually end up training the physicians. Yeah, Fabrice, 4 days a week, you can make it work. You're maxing the new Garrison Calf Commander? Nah. Belly is a must invest for me now. We discovered a new use for him. I'm excited. It's hard to make ends meet. Inflation's real. Yeah, man. It's crazy. It's like, here's the other thing, right? If we had better teachers, maybe we can help teach math better. Because if people understood math better, they would understand inflation was coming with all the stuff that we did in 2020 and actually just the financial system before, right? Like, it's just basic math. Like, you know how it's going to work. So yeah, super important to be educated and have people that can do a good job of teaching. Just started watching my streams. Awesome, man. So Frito, my armament video brought you here? There you go. Looking at these commanders, do you think Lilith will somehow come out with a better Scipio or LC? That's what I was saying earlier. Like, be hopeful, but don't get too hyped like the cap mains, because they got wrecked this cycle. Whether you think Belly's good or not, emotionally they got wrecked. So if they could do this, what's to stop Lilith from making the whole 9th generation just kind of mid? Like, you could invest in it, it could be pretty good, but then they start focusing all their attention actually on museums and then forcing like players to backwards invest and then invest in museums, and that actually is a new meta. Like, I don't know. Like, you would hopefully you get a better Scipio or LC, or they could actually do the same thing they did to Cavs, the infantry. We don't know. You think it's time they replace Guan? I like Guan, man, but yeah, he's getting old. Pay? Hard agree. I know, man. Teachers get paid more. Physicians should get paid a lot, you know, but I'll say it. Real estate agents? Come on, man. like guaranteed 3% commission. There's literally a matchmaking system for like Facebook Marketplace, or before that we had eBay, right? You have a seller, you have a buyer. You know, like the value that a real estate agent brings, you really need it. You have like a $300,000 house, 3%. That's $9 grand. $9 grand. Like, did what they do earn $9,000 worth of value? Probably not. Teachers should get paid a lot more, and then they should be incentivized to be good teachers. Armament video was fired. Damn, Algebra making me blush, man. Febreze. Yo, dude, you guys are, I really appreciate it. Thank you, man. If they bring something stronger than LC, you're switching to infantry main, you almost are forced. Yeah, Guan's definitely going to get a relic. Which is why this Alex relic is like if you know, I'm paying $152 to get my Alex relic in time for this KVK. And if I do that, and then next cycle, Alex gets replaced, that's a tough pill to swallow, right? Or let's just say Alex doesn't get replaced, and then like 4 months later, the Guan relic comes out, and then Guan with the relic is better than Alex with the relic, and I have to go to that. That's like, it's just like, what do you do? You just watched C-Will's video and he said 7 marches, 2-2-2-1, 2 marches of each true type and 1 range. My thoughts is I made a video about that like 2.5 weeks ago. You know, I said that a while ago, but he's probably going to be the first one to execute it because he has enough gold heads and everything set up. Like, I'm probably 6 months away, so you know what? If he's the first one that does it, he's the one that pioneered it. Because right now, no big name player or no player that I know of is running field and siege marches. So the first person to do it and can show that it can work, which I'm pretty confident it'll work, it could change the public sentiment. But yeah, I've been saying it for a few weeks now. Guan's getting old, but if you manage to land your silence first, yeah, I mean, it's still on the field for a reason. And I like Guan. Guan is one where I'm very... If you had to pick one commander where Lilith is going to give a OP'd relic to, it'll probably be Guan. Like, Guan in the Chinese culture, and just the gaming culture especially, is so popular. Like, I think financially it's also very important for them, to Lilith, to keep Guan relevant, because it actually appeals to a lot of their player base. Yeah, friggin' chat's picking up. Gotta read it more often. So with 7 marches, 50-50 for you? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Mr. Siege, man. Hyping that thing up. You like LC Alex better than Scipio LC? So Frito, I hate to say it, I have more fun I have more fun running LC Alex. I think Scipio LC is probably better still, but LC Alex is the most fun march to use in the game for me. It's I don't know, something just knowing where you're like getting a bunch of instant procs and just chipping away down. It's fun, and it's even faster than Scipio LC, which also makes a difference. They make Guan OP, you might stay. Yeah, Algebra. Exactly. Both are going to be smite, but then they're going to give a relic to Guan and bring you back in. Yeah, Dynasty Warriors, Romance of the Three Kingdoms. Like, there's temples in China that worship Guan. There's Guan Yu temples all over the place in China. Actually in Taiwan too. It's unbelievable they removed relic coins from the supply depot right as they started adding more comms to the museum. Yeah, Bay, I know. Because our account age is pretty close. That thing pissed me off. You know, and like even now, this I mean I talked about in my video, like having to pay money for relic coins like pisses me off. You know, they could, it's like, I understand if that's like, I would understand if that's the best way to make money. Okay. It's not. You either make the relic coins free, or not free, but you either make the museum free, or you actually do the relic the way you had it before, where you extract a little bit of money from people, but give them a lot of free to play ways to earn it at a fast enough rate so they could get excited about the museum. Because you need people excited about the museum. You need it to be close enough to the meta, because then the earlier game players will invest more in the earlier game commanders. And if you get a good enough relic and it's necessary for a artifact or some kind of like special KVK mode, then all the Krakens and the big whales are going to invest in that commander as well. Okay, so like you shouldn't be taking away these relic coins the way they're doing, because you're literally making it. You're changing player sentiment, but you're also like pissing them off. And you're actually making it less likely that they're going to invest in commanders, right? So now, like how many people is going to be willing to spend 152 bucks in 10 days to get a relic? So for Alex, so you could get 10% more defense to fight in KVK. Not that many people. You're not going to make that much money. Like it's like it doesn't even make business sense, you know? Like, let me advise you. Like, I want Lilith to survive. I want them to do well, but like it is not smart. Siege main alloys. There you go, man. Siege is the way to go. Also is tip touching, man. Telling you, cheeseburgering with belly in the open field is gonna be so freaking fun. Yeah, so Frito, but if they want to keep these players excited, you know, who's making content that's using them? Like, let me get hyped about these museums and I can make a video about it. I'm like, what am I doing right now? I'm literally complaining about what they did to the relic coins and making it impossible to actually keep up with these commanders. So these new players are going to watch it and they're not going to want to invest in these commanders because they just think, you know, like, make it easy to invest in them so we talk about it and then just get hype early game players up to actually like invest in these commanders. It's ass backwards. Takes a long ass time for them to hit the end game. Yeah, I don't know, man. It is a year. Maybe by then they're already extracting most of the value. Like, let me help you make money, Lilith. Like, what else have you guys ever heard me complain about in this game? You know, I think a lot of the stuff people complain about is ridiculous. Like, it's just almost a complaint to complain. But this museum thing, they're like, oh, they're blowing it so bad. And I want them to succeed. You just got into the game January 23? 3 jumpers already? Damn. Most people quit because of KVK2 cross-season migrants. A lot of people do quit, but like if you compare that to the trend in other mobile games, Rock, because I had to do some research when I made that video. Rock actually is near the top as far as the metric for retaining players. So if you look at it from the end game perspective, there's probably stuff that we don't agree with, but at least the early game experience, whatever they're providing compared to other games in the same genre, they're actually, the metrics are doing pretty well. You're happy not needing to invest in Cav Commanders? So Freedom, I'm telling you, I think you need to invest in the Cav Commanders. I think you're gonna have FOMO when people are cheeseburgering on the field, aka tip touching with belly, and that's actually part of the meta, and you missed out. I did not get into Rock because of the commercials. Fucking new players, yeah. The early game, yeah, it's addictive, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. All right. So, what did the poll say? 68% is not going to invest in Belisarius. All right, new poll, new poll. New poll, new poll. Rebirth event into every KVK? Oh, kind of crazy. They won't do that though, because then they take away the need to try to gather gold heads. It'll be too easy to gather gold heads, I think. Oh, do you do Belly or Herman? Ah, you take Herman first, man. I'm telling you, Belly's gonna be fun. Listen, nobody's ever accused me of being too professional or too appropriate. You rather cheeseburger with LC Alex? Yeah, but algebra, here's the problem. You can't do it whenever you want. You could literally cheeseburger with belly wherever you want on the field. You could literally march right next to a murder ball of 100 marches with your one march and cheeseburger with it, or tip touch. And they can't do anything about it unless they have a siege tower. That's what makes this so fun. Oh, Chatterbug? So, Belly primary, William secondary, they both have an instant proc. If you go to the top of the cav tree, first 10 seconds of combat, you deal 15% more damage. Mobility tree with a Belly primary, you're going to be faster than any other march on the field. So you could literally cheeseburger anywhere you want on the field with it. You could be marching up to a murder ball of 100 people. You literally poke and go back. If you proc the instant proc, you get a really positive trade. Even if you don't, I think the top of the cab tree, you'll still trade well. And no one could catch you, right? You could do that by yourself. You could get like 20 players to do that. It literally will weaken the ball and they can't do anything about it. And then you march in with your main murder ball after you weaken them. I mean, you can do a lot of fun stuff with that. Ooh, if you hit LC Alex, that's true. LC Alex would also be a counter to it. That's a good point, Algebra. So just don't hit LC Alex. They're not all going to be running LC Alexes. There will be other marches on there. They will have to wall you off with LC Alex. just so you can't hit the other marches. If you ditched up. Again, okay. Hey, you know what? And then that might actually keep Alex in the meta more. Because if Alex is gone off the field, then you don't have an anti-belly cheeseburger. Don't need an expertise right away. I mean, technically, but if you're not going to expertise Belisarius right away, just don't even bother unlocking him, in my opinion. Like, he's only in the conversation because his debuff is that good, you know? Anti-toucher. LC Alex was rolling hard versus GT. Yeah, man. They all went to that, I heard. Pennies divide by 10. Wait, what are you talking about? Oh. Marky, thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, actually, how do you at somebody? Fabrice? I don't know how to do it. Whenever someone like ats me, I'm like, how do I actually at someone else in the YouTube chat? Oh, you don't know how to do it either? Does anyone know how to do it in chat? How do you actually at somebody in the YouTube chat? Oh, you don't think you can? No, someone else definitely did it to me before. When I'm like in someone else's stream, they'll at me, and then like I'm like I don't know how to do it back when I'm trying to respond to them. Don't overthink it. Oh, it auto-completes? How did I not figure that out? Let me see. Oh, it does do it. How did it not show up before? Weird. Learn something every stream. Oh, maybe that's why. Okay. Yeah, because it works for me on the computer, but it doesn't work on the phone. But yeah, it definitely doesn't work for iPhone. Because I have an iPhone. That makes a lot more sense. I feel like that's like a bug, right? It's not hard. It's not. Why would they make it not work on a phone? Like, there's a. It's gotta just be like a bug they're missing. Right. Yeah, it's actually a lot later than I thought. You think the new Cav Garrison would be meta? It's probably still Gorgo, some variation of Gorgo. Or Hera. Or Gorgo Hera. You talk so much in live streams and chats, but not in VC. Lilith does a very good job of taking people's money. And then because everyone around you is doing the same thing, it normalizes it. By the way, that's how a cult works. You know, if you tell anyone else, they would think you're crazy. But because everyone else around you is kind of doing the same thing, or at least there's enough people, you normalize it. This is human psychology. I say that as I'm spending. Can we do this? Oops, wrong one. $68 bus driver cult. Appreciate it, man. I don't know about that. You talk a lot. When do we visit Jonestown? What's Jonestown? Is that in like South Africa or something? No, that's Johannesburg. Where is Jonestown? The new cap commander is just Joan, but for a garrison from... Oh god. Yeah, probably great for garrison in the past, but really irrelevant for most of us. We'll see if it's the Infera, man. We'll see. But guys, if you haven't yet, check out these emotes. Upgraded scouting emoji. A different kind of scouting. Sipping some tea. Where is this thing? Ugh. Made the mistake of not designing all my farms the same, so where's this little courier station? Oh, it's over here. I don't know what Jonestown is. Dude, I don't know what Jonestown is. There we go, algebra. Sipping some tea, algebra. Oh, Jonestown cult. All right, I look at that off screen. If I'm running a double relic Constantine and an LC in the open field, would you do LC primary or secondary? I mean, you're forcing me to run that those two commanders. I think I would have to take LC primary. That march is already really low on damage, so obviously, if you have two damage dealers in that march, I would probably prefer the support tree. But because it's going to be so low damage and way more on the tanky side, I would run the attack tree to try to get as much damage as possible. Lizard Jesus loves the unorthodox comps, I'm telling you. How are all you guys like a main of a troop type? Like there's like I'm a cav main, archer main, like you guys don't is it like you're running 5 marches and then but even then you're gonna have two troop types, right? So it should be 2-2-1 if you're running 5. So what makes you a cav main or a infantry main? So I feel like before it used to be if you're doing rally or garrison for a specific troop type, you're a main for that type. No, before that it was you actually had like three marches of a troop type, right? I think now it's more like, oh, okay, if you're rally or garrisoning. Like, are you guys all rally or garrison or have 3 marches of a troop type? Because if I have 2-2-2, technically I'm not a main of anything, right? Oh, for the early game? I guess. Oh, that's true. Yeah. I didn't even think about it from that perspective. If Martel wasn't targeted, would LCU or Martel primary perform better? So if Martel's primary, after his active skill launches, you do 30% more damage. But the attack tree, you just do a lot more damage than the defense tree. I don't know, without testing it, my first instinct would be LC primary will actually do better in that pair, even though you get the 30% damage if you use Martel first. But that's just a thought. Change my farm Civ to Spain. That's a good call. Do I have enough Civ change? Let's see. I haven't changed any of these. Oh, this one? Oh yeah, I could change this one, right? I'll have to do it later. Ooh, there you go. Resource production. What does this do? Oh yeah, I don't need gathering speed. I'll change it later. Hey, I appreciate it though. Genie, welcome to the short bus game. Check this out. Have you played with the emojis yet? The scouting one especially. Probably my most proud work. Two Cavs, 1 Archer, 1 M. Yeah, I don't know if that counts as a main. You definitely are a Cav biased. Based on the gear and commanders, it makes you a main of a specific troop type. Your best set is main, so you say you're Imp main. I can see that. 3-2-2 for 7th March. No, Genie. 2-2-2-1. Siege for the 7th March, man. It's gonna be a thing in the next 6 months, I'm telling you. Either get on it now, or you're gonna be scrambling to catch up later. You've always been pretty mixed, Alloys? Oh, you ran 3 archers? That's like the hardest thing to run 3 troops. 3 marches, I think. Your whale account is a archer rally. Short bus game. Copyright. The Scouter. That's right. Tip touching also is attributed to you, man. Oh, no. Wait, that's to On My Way. No blueprints for it. You can run the Epic Gear. The Epic Gear actually does more than good enough. And then if you run with the Epic Gear, Genie, I feel like you could almost like test run it. And then if you don't like it, you don't, if you dismantle it, you don't lose anything, right? So it's a way to literally dip your big toe in a little bit and see how it is. But I think once you try it, I think you'll like it. Without even having used it myself. I think it's pretty definitive. Just based on or Porous, and theoretically, right? Because the only thing you're taking back is counterattack damage. And if you run in a ball, unless that ball gets wiped out in like 20 seconds, you're at least going to get 2 skill cycles in. So if you get 2 skill cycles in where you're only taking back counterattack damage, even if you get swarmed down, you're going to trade positive. And that March actually has like a debuff too. Lucas, thanks for subscribing, man. Appreciate it. Maximum Thunder guy, I'm not sure who that is. Oh god, Artie Tommy? Yeah, that's way before my time, Alloys. Lizard Jesus, does beef and cheese pasta with a bowl of ice cream sound healthy? No. Stack armament that lowers counterattack damage? Yeah, and then you like just take counterattack damage reduction? That's disgusting. Genie 1960? Genie is going to come to 2268 with one of her mini accounts. One of his. I don't know if it's a her or he. One of Genie's mini accounts. Yeah, you can use Siege with T4. Like, run some Siege. I mean, do a... Hell, like, do a 5511 Margaret Cordoba, right? Like, 360 gold heads. With all epic gear. T4? Test it out. If it does better than you think, then you know it's only going to get better from there. And I think it'll actually do shockingly well. Even at 5511 for the 2 commanders. If I was skipping Belisarius, I was just skipping this cap cycle altogether. I could literally pivot Archers, I mean Siege right now. Why is it telling me to recycle? Didn't I already do this? If I do well, honestly, it looks like Seawell is going to be the first one that runs it, you know? He made a video saying he thinks 2221. I'll just have it be known. I said it a few weeks before him. Plato? I haven't been chaining at all, but hey, check out the new cheeseburgering. It's called tip touching. So you cheeseburger in the open field with belly primary, William secondary. You take the top of the calf tree, you get 15% extra damage for the first 10 seconds. You're faster than any march on the field. You have 2 instant procs. And you can literally march up to any murder ball, poking it out, trade positive, get away, and they can't do anything about it. They can't catch you. Unless it's a LC Alex, or unless they set up a siege tower. That's how you use Belisarius. 2260 becoming a really big kingdom. I don't know if it's becoming a really big kingdom. I think it's getting more airtime. That's probably what it is. Definitely winning this KVK. I hope so. I mean, I just hope there's fighting. I don't know where we're gonna win. If Seawell gets insane trades with 7 March, I mean, you already know he's gonna get insane trades for Breeze. Like that thing is gonna trade positive. Like you do it in a murder ball situation, it unless your ball gets wiped in the first 20 seconds, you're gonna trade positive, even if you get swarmed down at the end. Like it's actually really free to play friendly, now I think about it. Tip touching, let's go, Plato. Maybe you have to revisit your idea of skipping belly. You don't want to be the one that's missing out. You don't want the baboons of 68 to all be running around tip touching and like a mini murder ball up front, and then you can't do it, right? And I was saying, what if that actually wears out the murder ball of the opponent, and then you bring your main ball in right after, and then that's actually the new meta. You're gonna miss out on that. You gotta do it for the kingdom. I'm trying to be diplomatic. Dude, I'm serious, you know. First of all, I haven't fought here, so I don't know, but I'm calling it like it is. Daybreak Camp, you know, not worried about them. Greenwood with 1770 by themselves, obviously we could take them. But you put Greenwood and Water Camp, so 1824, 1900. Those three versus like, you know, if you just count us 1166 and our allies and their allies, I don't know, man. I'm definitely not trying to be diplomatic though. Plato is gonna practice tip touching. Oh god. New method of cheeseburger, yeah. That's a new method, man, I'm telling you. Ooh, yeah, they put a set of siege towers so your Belly William escapes. Dude, like the counter, the triple counter. Belisarius single-handedly makes tip touching and siege marches more viable. Even the farm kingdoms can't skip a chance at a 4v1. Yeah, the 4v1 would be fun. 68 has been tip touching. Not like this, not on the field, they haven't. Belly Prime, I'm so hyped to tip touch with Belly Prime. Just you wait. My excitement for Belly was like a 4 before. It's literally at like a probably 8.5 right now. Belly primary with a mobility tree, part of the meta. Is everything? Where's that courier station? You're expecting to get rolled in Zone 7? I mean, Algebra, if you guys don't get rolled in Zone 7, we are going to get rolled in Kingsland. Like, we will get rolled. Like, if we don't decisively win Zone 7 against 1770 and Friends, we are going to get wrecked in Kingsland. It's just too much. It's too much numbers. Like, we won't be able to overcome that. Attila Belly? You don't even need to enter a resource node. Like, they're not catching you, man. That march will be really fun. Whoa. Dude, I can't even find a freaking level 6 node? Come on, man. Maybe the bigger Ekram? Ah, man. So many different ways to spend that money. And have just as much or more fun. But you know what? First 2 billion player. A lot of requests. Algebra. What is this? Oh, damn, look at this. Intrepid, Balance, and Hunter. Oh no. Algebra. What are you gonna do when it's double smite is an infantry meta? If it's any consolation, they might do one smite, 1 skill damage with a rally. Both maybe are field viable. But you shouldn't retire because of that, you know? I mean, you're running at least 2 infantry marches. You'll still have it. Just not on your top march. I'm gonna quit. Don't quit, man. Don't do it. Intrepid. Man, people must be so jealous. How many crystals spent on that? Dude, I haven't even killed a single Barb today. And barely any yesterday. I need to get my shit together. Once a week starts. I've been busy this weekend. Where do you go? Oh, no, it's here. I have spent 30 million crystals. What about you? You gotta be ahead of me. You were like 25 million a couple days ago. You're like way ahead of me. Ooh, he launched a rally. Let's join. Dude, why are you 89 kilometers away? $41 million? Damn. Actually, wait, I haven't spent yet today. 41 million? Should I buy a Conqueror's Will to try to catch up? Oh no, the Imperium Armaments bundle is here. Oh shit, alright. Echoes of History. Gotta get that Alex museum ready by the past 7. $41 million, man. You're wailing up during the KVK. You want Intrepid and Unstoppable so badly? Oh, I got a double with Focus Fire? Depending on the double, I think the double with Focus Fire could be better than Intrepid, no? Or wait, Focus Fire is on the emblem. Yeah, that's where Intrepid is. You'll try the guarantee trick? Do you have 9? Who said Boudica was a bad investment? She's like 2 years old, you know? She's part of the best March before Herman came out in January. She didn't do as well. She doesn't do as well as Nevsky and Scipio in the same generation, but I mean, she's not like Sargon. Alright. What does the poll say? Final polling. 58% out of 34 votes is not excited to tip touch with Belisarius. The hell are you guys thinking? 58% is not excited to tip touch with Belisarius? I don't understand. Sounds like the most fun trolling thing you could do on the field. Ooh, Focus Fire and Rapacious. And it has 2% all damage. And then Focus Fire is a 4% boost. Intrepid is 10 or 8? Let's see. Intrepid's 10. I mean, it's still better, but at that point, 6% boost to 1.5% all damage. One and a half percent all damage or 6% skill damage boost. I don't know, man. I don't think it's that far apart. I don't think you need Intrepid, honestly. Febreze? What's up, man? We'll do some scouting, Febreze. Let's scout this. 1093. Oh, there we go. 15 Billy. 35 mil dead. How'd you do? This against 1960? 30, 2.5, 2.7-ish Bill, KP. There you go, traded positive. Traded positive against 1960. Oh yeah, I guess I'm supposed to do this training. How do you get your hands on Intrepid? I need that. Get in line. Everyone needs that. Let's see. You have 2 Intrepids? Jesus Christ, man. I have 0 special inscriptions. Like my armaments, if I had 3 special inscriptions with the, like I sub out 3 common for the 3 special and I have the stats I have, would be on the low end of elite. But because I have 0, my armaments aren't elite. You pull, oh god. Mikkel, my worst nightmare. My worst nightmare is I'm gonna travel. Then it's gonna get me that cutscene. And you know it's a good cutscene when it's really, really long and you can't skip it. It just keeps going and going and going on a farm. And then it comes out and it's like Intrepid or something. One of my worst nightmares in this game. So I pull an Intrepid traveling on my farm. Wait, did I not? What? Archer Rallian's Intrepid. The most technical rock YouTuber? Thanks, man. I don't know about that, but I appreciate it. Honestly, I think Big Kane is more technical than I am. I'm a little unhinged. He's just straight technical in numbers. Infinity of bad luck on your mains. How it works, man. Yeah, like if you give me the option to pull a Intrepid Traveling on my farm, like my main farm, right? Or not, I think I would rather not pull a Intrepid on my farm. Like here's a free Intrepid for your farm. Like please don't give it to me. Please don't give it to me. I don't want it. The king spent a lot of time for Gorgo, dude. Fabrice, I don't think you can even appreciate how long he spent on that. Just seeing like the testing that he was showing in his spreadsheet and everything, and having made the video myself and like testing, like to gather data, and like he did like 3 or 4 different testing. That video probably took him like over 15 hours. You know, I don't even know. I want to spend that much time making a video now. You know, it was fine when it was fresh. Like the longest one I ever spent was like maybe 20 hours. But the thought of spending 20 hours on a video now is, dude, crazy. Yeah, I skipped to the end to see what's better. If you look back on a video I made, it's called How I Think Savoons Work. That one took about 20 hours. If you actually count everything, it might be over 24 hours actually. It was disgusting. I was so tired when I was done. And I got okay views, a couple thousand. But I thought it was gonna be like game changing for people, like if they understood it. And no one else had ever talked about it in that way. And yeah, like, would I ever want to do that again? I don't know. Why am I... Oh, is that not actually gathering this? Oh my god. Oh, you don't get ad revenue. I don't think you get ad revenue. Oh, you watch then? I guess you do. It doesn't matter that much. Like a view, honestly, a view difference is like... Is it even a penny? I don't even know. But I will tell you this, whatever amount of time you put into that, trying out the different things, you learn a lot more about the game. Because when you have to do that kind of testing and then think about the game in that way, you start understanding it in a way that an overwhelming majority of rock players don't think about or understand, because they weren't forced to have to like do testing and then understand it in a way where you can then make a video and explain how it works. So like personal growth and development from making that will be really good. But do I want to do that again? I don't think so. Alright, let's do some bastions. Dude, these are all donating ones. It wants me to donate. Oh, I just used up all 5. Gather 500,000 stone. Well, I guess we'll do that. Here I was trying to maximize my crystals game. 5 donates in a row. Right, guess I'm gonna just use up this AP and go to bed. I gotta wake up in like 5 hours. How old's my account? 600 something days old. It's not quite 2 years. 668. Almost a year and 10 months. Let me think. No, it's a year and 10 months now. Oh, is it? I made it July of... No, a year and 9 months. I made it July of 2022. So in July, it'll be 2 years. I'm still baffled. 58% of the people weren't excited to tip touch. Oh, how many is that? 34 of you voted. So 20 of you voted no? 34 voted and 20 voted no? Come on. Okay. That's true. It's okay. They're hating on it now. When it's actually a thing, they're gonna be like, damn it, I heard it on the stream, and I thought it was a freaking joke. I wish I actually took it seriously, because I wish I was tip touching right now. Oh, yeah, you put it that way. I converted 12% of them. I converted 3 people on the stream. Oh shit, I'm running out of AP? Perfect. I guess I need to gather some stone. Yeah, man. Listen, people are going to use whatever they want to use, but if you choose Hua over Belly or William, and then you want to make an argument that that's providing more value on the field, like, you gotta come up with some way to actually prove it, you know? Or I'll just say, you know what? You have more fun using Hua. Fine, I can't argue with you there. You have more fun, you like seeing the better reports, you like trading better, then yeah, go for it. Like, that's part of the game too, you know? I'm not gonna hate on that. But it's not better on the field. There is nothing in freaking this zone. This zone is so small, it's so hard to farm. Oh, wait, I need... Oh, wait, I just need 500,000. You need to convert me into a chainer? Dude. I think for me, a lot of it is just like the speed of it, right? Like, it's like the people that farm gems, that farming gems and chaining barbs is really similar for me. Like, rather than farming gems, I'd rather make more money and then just spend more money than to spend that time farming gems. I feel kind of the same about chaining barbs. It's mind-numbing for me. Oh, wait. Sargon? Let's hack this guy. Sure, Belly Prime is better than Hua, but is he 700 gold heads better? I'm not sure. Well, I talked about it in the video, right? 700 gold heads depends on whether you have like 500 or like 2,500. If you have 2,500 gold heads, is he 700 gold heads better? Yes. If you only have 500, he's not. So, based on your account, I think you have a lot of gold heads. Then it just comes to like, you know, admitting that Hua Well, really, it's benching Hua, which kind of sucks. It doesn't mean you can't use him like situationally. There's times where he's better, but I mean, I get it. That even thinking about it, that sucks. Like investing in Hua and I mean investing in Belly and benching Hua sounds terrible. Like I would almost skip Belisarius just so I don't have to make that decision. Oh yeah, you definitely need to see the test results, right? But how do you actually see the test results? It's not going to come from a duel. So you only literally need to run something like 5v5, and then switch out Belly for Hua, and then see if there's like a difference in how you trade, right? You could technically actually even do that at Canyon. So my second ever video I made was how you could use a Canyon to do A/B testing. So you fight the same opponent, right? And you bring out the same marches, and you only change one variable. This is not a like completely open field, but you're controlling enough variables where that one variable you change, you could determine about like how much value it adds, right? So for example, if I beat this guy, and I look right now, I have like 190,000-ish, 80,000-ish sub wounds, what units remaining. And then I switch out, say, Nevsky for Hua, and I run the same exact thing from the same place, and let's just say it goes up to 240, then using A/B testing, I would use Hua with Joan instead of Nevsky with Joan, right? Definitely for Canyon, on the field, not definitive, but that's a strong case. So you can literally run Belly in here instead of Hua, and without even seeing Belly in action, just knowing how his debuff works and his expertise, I can run Belisarius as a primary with William secondary and position it right, and I'm pretty confident I could get the Canyon to perform better than with Hua. Just because of that debuff. That debuff is disgusting. And in this one, you're staying connected, so you're doing 12% more normal attack damage, 12% more counterattack attack, 12% more active skill. That's huge. He's growing on you the more you read it. Zeus, you're gonna join the tip touching game. I need to make a that's gonna be the next emoji I add. It's gonna be tip touching. The new cheeseburger and vote with Belly. Oh yeah, I mean both of these commanders, even actually the garrison commander, will be really good in Arc. Mikhail, I actually don't think I will be finishing Belly ASAP, because right now I have 300. What? This is a terrible way to go show it. I have 348 gold heads, right? So we'll pretend he comes out in the middle of May, so less than a month from now. I'll probably be around like 450. Actually, no, I'll probably be around 500, right? Even if I max spin a wheel, if he comes out in the middle of May, I can't expertise him. If he's not expertise, he's not worth using. And by the time the next wheel comes around, our KVK will be over. So chances are I won't even get him expertise in time for our main fighting. So if that's the case, then I'm not going to rush him. And then we have artifacts in this KVK, so I'm actually going to run Nevsky William. I'm going to bench Mina, because I was running Mina William before. Then I'm going to run Joan with YSG secondary. That would be my two calf marches. '93 isn't in KVK yet. 300 plus legendary keys. Oh yeah. Yeah, that would be sick. I mean, for Breeze, let's hope 93 isn't out of KVK for too long. I want you guys to stay, like, what, 3 alliances? You guys are 3, 3.5, 4, whatever you guys are now. I want you guys to stay like that. It is better for the game that there's a kingdom like 93 around doing what they're doing. Arzos. Need my advice? 5511 ZL, 1111 Herman. Do you expertise Zuge Liang or get both the 5551? So I'll do even better, okay? You have expertise YSG. Don't worry about the YSG. So you have 500 gold heads. You want to get Herman to 5551 next. Then you get ZL to 5551. And from there, that's actually already pretty good. And if you're going to expertise one or the other, ZL or Herman, you definitely expertise ZL first. I don't think Herman's expertise is that good. It looks good on paper. I think it just doesn't trigger enough. You know, this just takes too long. There's too much in between. Like it's okay, but it's not like if you don't expertise it, most of his value comes from his poison. Anyways, you're curious about Eleanor? Yeah, I think she will perform better than she looks. She looks terrible, but I don't know. I'm not that interested in her. I'm just not. I'm not a Cav or Garrison or Rally player. You have expertise Nevsky. Who would you suggest I invest in to pair with him? Joan, for sure. Dane Carlson, Joan. All right, guys. I need to get to bed because I need to be up in 5.5 hours, and I still need to go like wind down and stuff. Let's see who we can raid though. Thanks for joining. I'll try to be on either tomorrow night or Monday or Tuesday nights. But dang, no one I subscribe to is on. Damn, I'm the only one. Am I the only one freaking streaming on a Sunday night? Well, sorry guys. Unless there's someone else you guys know that's streaming raw content, I'm gonna gotta go to bed. But yeah, Fabrice, thanks for dropping in, man. Definitely hang out more often. Let me know if you guys have any other emoji ideas. I like this one a lot. Definitely need to do a tip touchy one. There you go. Scouting Zeus. Chaining while listening to me talk was a blast. Appreciate it, Arzos. Anytime, man. Definitely stop by when I'm streaming. Alright. See ya, Algebra. Panda, you're too late. I'm logging off. I need to go to bed. I need to be up for 5.5 hours. Yes, let's go. The emojis. The scouting. Hey, you need to use the other one, Zeus. You can use this one. The dirtier one. The real scouting. Alright guys, again, thanks for watching. I will talk to you either tomorrow or the day after. Oh yeah, Bay, see you later, man. I'll see you in the kingdom.